clunks out on me, and I just cannot keep it going there. But we're going to finish this. Consider this part two of our live. I'm sorry about the connection. We just couldn't keep it. I got to work on trying to get some Starlink, because some kind of portable Wi-Fi, because this is it's very frustrating when you're in the middle of a thought and then you realize I'm not even I'm not even live. Like I'm not even going. So we're gonna finish this up. So we're looking at the 8 things that are left. So define your audience. I don't know if you guys got that one, but it's just finding people who are interested in what you're doing. Think about what it is you're doing, and then break it down into categories of people, and then you as a person, what you'd be interested in watching, what they would find important or would like to see, and go for it. Engage your supporters, not your skeptics, meaning do not waste time. Hey, I'm glad you came back, Tilly. I hope you guys come back to the live. I was just having so much trouble. Do not waste time arguing with people in your comment section. Engage positively with people who are supporting you and watching you and saying good things about you, because a lot of times it's too easy to get back and forth conversations with people who are negative. Like I had somebody comment, well, that's not my taste. And I was like, well, that's okay. I'm glad. Thank you for being honest with me. I love the color. I told her I was even skeptical about how it was going to turn out, but I love it and I appreciate your honesty. And you move on. So do not engage with the skeptics, engage with your supporters. Limit your marketing to the right places. It is so easy to want to spread the love around and post in different places, but those places are going to turn up people who are not interested in what you're doing. So you're not going to get much traction, and then you'll be feeling like, oh man, this is such a waste of time. So market it in places where you're going to find people. I'm going to try to pull my phone up and pull the live up so I can make sure I am staying current with the chat. All right, so give me 1 second. There we go. Okay, so yeah, so I can make sure I can keep up with the chat. Oh, Margaret, you made it back. Yay. All right, so limit your marketing to the right places instead of promoting everywhere. Promote on certain platforms that have people that's in your target audience. So if it's RV groups, if it's say you're Armenian and you're an RV, look for an Armenian RV group, and then talk about things that are relevant to that community and watch your channel grow. Ignore unsolicited advice from non-creators, and that is so important, right? When you're meeting other creators, it's okay. That can be unsolicited advice as well, right? Especially if they are sharing advice that does not fit what you're doing. Okay, that's where all advice is not good advice. Some advice is general advice and it works great, but if they're asking you to do something that may not be in line with what it is that you're doing, then take what you can from that, learn, and then adapt it to what you need it to be. Set boundaries with unhelpful advice givers. Tell people respectfully, I appreciate you giving me your feedback and letting me know, and I will take that under consideration. But right now, I need to focus on what it is that I'm doing, and I will take what you're saying under advisement, and if it's relevant down the line, I will most definitely implement it. There's just nice ways to be able to say things and tell them no, you appreciate their input, but you're wanting to stay true to the vision. Track what works. For me, I think I could work on a little bit better thumbnails, where a lot of people do a lot of clickbait thumbnails, and that's not something I'm interested in doing. I don't want to clickbait anybody. And I know a lot of times people do that for the views, but I'm not interested in clickbaiting just to get people to look and then they're like, oh, this didn't have anything to do with what I thought it was. I'd rather have genuine interaction with people who are genuinely interested in what I'm doing and will be loyal supporters who will like, share, and comment. That is the goal here, okay? Refine your work. Be willing to keep bettering yourself, finding more tools that's going to help you turn out the best product that you can turn out, and trust the process. I've been on YouTube. When I started it, I did not start it to be YouTube famous. I really just started a YouTube channel that when we started traveling, I wanted my mom to be able to see where we were going and kind of what we were doing. And she could like be traveling with us in case we went places that she's never been. So my YouTube channel was mainly directed towards, hi mom, we're here, we're doing this. And then people started to say, oh, you do YouTube. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I guess. And then to start building the following. This year, I decided YouTube was going to become my full-time job. I wanted to take it seriously. I wanted to really get out there and really market myself. And so you have to trust the process. Understand that it's not going to happen overnight for everybody and that you will have to put in the work. You need to learn who you're marketing to and just go ham. Do you block out all the noise, block out all the haters, block out all the people who are jealous that you're even doing what you're doing in the first place, and stay focused and true to your goal. And I'm telling you this because I struggle with that. And until you make up in your mind, it's like breaking up with a boyfriend, right? You tell all your girlfriends and you want somebody's approval. And they're like, yeah, you should. But when you're tired, you don't need nobody to tell you to do it. You could do it on your own and be strong and break up and be done. It's like that. Break up with the naysayers. Stand on your own 2 feet and say, you know what? I don't need a praise from people. I don't need folks around me to tell me I'm doing a good job. I know I'm doing a good job. I know I can do a good job. And if I apply myself, I could be successful. And that's just the mindset that you have to have whenever you're doing anything. So stop telling people all your plans. Stop telling them your life dreams. Stop telling them about your channel unless they are genuinely interested and they are going to become loyal supporters. It does not behoove you to waste time dealing with dead subscribers who will not engage you, inflate your numbers, and not help you get to where you need to be. All right. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys, if you're catching this half of the live, that you would go back and catch the first half. And I apologize again. Hopefully next week we'll have this all worked out because we're going to have a special guest. And she's going to be coming on here kind of talking about her experience of why they got started RVing, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I cannot wait to have that. So that's going to be on the 12th, which is next week, Wednesday at 7 o'clock. So make sure you guys hit the notification bell on that live right now. You can do it right now and then you don't have to worry about it because it will notify you when the time comes. I am super excited about this journey. Even though the world feels like it's in chaos, I can stay focused and I can make some things happen for myself. And my goal is I'd like to have 5,000 subscribers by March 1st. And I know that that's a big goal, but we're at 3,000. So it's not that far off. I need your help. If you will like this video, you will share this video, you will comment on this video, all that helps a lot, right? You guys are my loyal supporters, and I'm so excited to have each and every last one of you. I've gotten 700 new subscribers over the last 28 days, and that is fantastic. That means we're growing. I'm finally finding my niche and doing something right to where I can come on here and tell you guys the 8 things that I found out and the 8 ways I'm working the steps myself to get these things fixed. And so I'm really excited to see where they're going to go and how we can make this thing work together. I want to thank all the new subscribers that did come on, whether you're seeing this video now or whether you're going to see it later. I really appreciate you guys, and I hope that you will continue to take the journey with us. It won't be long before we'll be pulling out soon and start back traveling. We had an ice storm today, so we really got to figure out some concrete plans because the weather just keeps acting up like it's going to snow again on Saturday, and we're looking at it again next week. And so we got to plan a mass exodus. My mom has 2 surgeries coming up, so I want to be here to help her with that. And then after that, we're going to leave. So our target push-off date is March 1st. So I'm going to be making plans as far as that's concerned, trying to get us ready to get back on the road and going. And then I'm going to bring to you what our summer is going to look like. Because usually around this time, I kind of announce where we're going to be and what we're going to be doing. And I want to take you guys on the journey because that's when the fun really begins. And I don't want you to miss that. Now, I told you that we are only, and I can't believe it, 500 away from being monetized, 500 watch time hours away. As soon as we hit that 4,000, we're going to be giving away 20 t-shirts to the first 20 people in the chat on that particular video, where we're going to have a special celebration of meeting our 4,000 watch time hours. And so if you'd like to have that t-shirt and it says, you never know where I might end up, you can have one of those t-shirts. That's my catchphrase. I say that in all my videos. And so you'll have a t-shirt that says, you never know where I may end up. And so if you'd like to have one of those, please, we have 700 videos. Go back to the beginning. Let it play in the background. Watch it, comment, share. I would really appreciate that. I know we can get to that number in no time with your help. So it would help a lot if you would share the videos that you find helpful, that you think somebody else may like and could benefit from. Thank you so much, Talia, for watching, because I know that you and Miss Margaret have been going back watching old videos and commenting on them. So I really appreciate that. And if you could share them, that would be great as well. The chat is open for any questions. If anybody has any questions they would like to put in the chat, or if you want to drop your name and wave in the chat, I will go ahead on and acknowledge everybody that's in our live. It looks like we have 8 people here, and I always like to welcome you guys personally. If you'd like to support this channel with a one-time donation, you can go and do that at our PayPal account, and you can find that in the About Me pay part of this portion. It's right up here right down here in the description. Or if you'd like to support this channel, you can be a part of our Patreon page, and we would love, love, love to have your support. And you can find that link there as well. So let's go through and do our recognition inside of the chat. We got Miss Talia. She is a fairly new subscriber, and she has been going ham, and I really appreciate that. I appreciate all the love and the support and the comments. It means so much to me. And sometimes you guys say things that hit me right in the heart, because you don't know what I'm going through that day, and you say something and it just really blesses me. So I appreciate all of it. Miss Margaret, I am always happy to see your name pop up on anything. And so I feel like you and I have been rocking it for years now. So I'm always happy whenever I see you and I could chit chat with you. Even when I'm sad, you check on me, and it's like, you my girl. you my girl. So I am so happy to see you. Miss Shirley, I'm happy to see you. You're another one of those people who are hanging in there with me and have been a great supporter. I appreciate all your comments and all your likes and your shares as well. 7, finally, how are you? I hope you're doing well today, and I'm so happy to see you joining us here in the chat, and I hope that you will be along with us for the ride for many, many more. You can be a part of the Patreon page anytime you want. You can always go to it. You click the link, and you can pick whatever category you would like to be a part of, and bam, there you go. And I have them where they're set up for 10, I think 15, and then 25, I think. And so the money basically goes towards gas, so we can keep moving and crank out more videos, so you become a part of our production team. So if you guys have any comments about my journey here on YouTube, what I've learned, what I'm trying to do differently, anything as far as that's concerned, because the tips that I gave here is not just for YouTube. It could be for businesses, for life, or just goals in general. I was thinking about changing this to stop telling people your goals, because a lot of times I think we all deal with that. We deal with people who are not very supportive of our goals, and we allow our dreams to die because of that. And I'm here to tell you, stop that. Stop that. Stop letting people steal your future. If you want to do something, life as we know it is so short, and it seems like it's getting rougher by the day. Take the bull by the horns and just do it. Can't hurt. And so let's see. Thank you. Well, I try, because I'm a real person and I have real struggles, and I feel like everybody has a real struggle. And I know that there's a glamour part to RVing, but there's also a real part of RVing. And so I'm a part of the real part of RVing. I live in this RV. So I like to talk about practical things that average person who is not living on vacation, but this is just a way of life, how we function. And so it's been really rough today because we had a little bit of an ice storm last night. So there's been ice all over the place. I can't tell you how many times I done slipped and fell outside over the course of us being here. But I'm so grateful that God protects me, that I haven't had any broken bones or anything like that. As you can see, my jaw's a little swollen. I got a tooth that is swole up this big, and I was in the emergency room, you guys. And I took too much medication and overdosed myself. And last night I thought I was at death's door. I was like, oh my goodness. My stomach was aching. My back was aching. I had threw up so many times. And I was just feeling, I had a massive headache, and my tooth felt like it was just breathing. And I told Cedric last night, I gotta go somewhere to get some help, because I was feeling like if I fall asleep back here, I'm wondering if I'm gonna wake up. So I made it over to where my mom and my sister were, and they were in the middle of having worship, so they were praying. And my mom says, "Look at," she said, "Stephanie, Ari looks like she's about to pass out." And so they sat down with me, and they stopped right there what they were doing, and they started praying for me. And my sister, she is like, she practices YouTube medicine, she's a Google MD. So she was looking at the medicine I was taking, and she was like, okay, we need to do this and we need to do that, and now kind of slow down the toxins in your system. And she put some charcoal on my face. She was like, that'll pull out this. And then she made me some broth and got me some crackers, and then she gave me something else, and I started feeling better. And my mom, she was just sitting next to me, and I could just see the concern in her face, because my nephew not too long ago had about with the toothache that that ended him up in ICU. So everybody was like, just don't worry about him. And my mother, I could tell whenever she's praying, because her eyes are closed and she kind of rocks. She goes like this, and I know she's praying. And I started feeling better, you guys. And my mouth was so swollen up. I woke up and I was like, Cedric, you got to take me to the emergency room. I could have talk. He turned the light on and he was like, my goodness. And my whole face was swollen. So I got a tooth that needs to come out. As you can see, it's like really swollen here. There was like it's an infection in my jaw. And if it ain't one thing, it's another. It was, we still got the truck issue. And then, we're trying to decide, are we going to go on and go to work, or are we going to go ahead on and, try to make something happen? And whenever you stay in one place too long, you just start spinning and spinning and spinning. And you're like, hey, if we don't got here soon, we're going to be stuck. So I live on the real side of life where there are challenges and there are things that happen every single day. And sometimes my mom's like, you should blog that. And I'm like, Mom, some things I just don't feel like I want to broadcast. And she's like, well, that's the stuff people care about. They care about those things. And I was thinking about that. I mean, you want to have some privacy, because I can tell you guys, I have met people who have walked up to me and they feel like they know me. Like I don't know them. I've never seen them in my life. But when you are on here, people bond with you, and then they walk up to you and it's like, Erica, right? You're like, yeah. And you don't know them, right? So it has gotten a little scary a couple times, but you just want to make sure you don't overshare too much. But at the same time, I want to be as transparent as possible, because this is my life. This is the things that I go through, and these are the things that I'm learning. And I feel like if I'm learning them, then it's only right to share it with you guys. And I hope you guys don't take it personal when I post prayer day. It's always nice to have people to pray for you. You might be going through something. You might be dealing with seasonal depression. Me and my other good friends, we deal with that. Me and Doc. And so I tell you, pray for me, I'll pray for you. Just little simple stuff. It's just nice to know that somebody cares enough about you to be praying for you. So when I post that on my wall, don't get all offended and thinking I'm being all religious. It's, if you have something, if I'm having a rough day, pray for me. I do not mind. I enjoy that. I love that. And it's my way of giving back and doing something for you when you guys show up and support me and light up the chat and talk to me, because you're my company. I spend a lot of my day when we are stationary like this by myself, because either Cedric's out working or I'm out working. And we're rarely doing anything together because we're trying to save some money so we can get out, you know. And so I spend a lot of time by myself, so I pray a lot about everything, and so I can fit you in. I can fit you in. So just think about that. Let's go to the chat because it's going off and people saying all kind of stuff and I'm missing it. Um, so yes, thank you. Hit that button, guys. I appreciate that. Miss Margaret, be careful. Ice is nothing to play with. I was telling my mom, do not try to come out and come over here because that yard is so slippery and it's slippery in places you can't see. I had a coworker once time slip on some ice and dislocated her shoulder, shattered her elbow. She was out for like 6 months. I mean, not 6 months, 6 weeks. No, it was 3 months. 3 months behind that. And she was still going to physical therapy when she came back. So be careful. You are almost retired. Don't hurt yourself going into retirement. All right, get some cloves and put them in your mouth and some oil. And I saw a lady said that not olive oil. What is it? What's the other oil? It's not olive oil. It's the coconut oil. She said, and swish it around your mouth, and that helps with like infection and stuff like that. But my sister put the charcoal on there, and it did wonders. Last night was the first night I was able to sleep all night without crying. And I've been dealing with this toothache for 3 days, and yesterday morning it had just gotten out of control. And I mean, I hate to say it, I don't have any dental insurance, so the only thing they could do for me is pull it out. And I'm as a woman, I'm very self-conscious because it's in the front of my mouth, and I don't want to be toothless because it's like right here, right? And it makes you self-conscious. It's like, oh goodness, I don't want to lose another tooth, and it's close to the front of my mouth, and I'm not old enough to get partials, and all this kind of stuff. You start thinking about that. But then when that tiny little thing causes you so much pain and send you to the point to where you're ready to overdose on Tylenol, ibuprofen, antibiotics, hydrocodone, it's time to maybe think about getting it pulled. And so that's where I am right now, thinking, okay, well, I got to get the infection down and find out how much it's going to cost to get it pulled. And that's just a strain on our budget right now. So anyway, but that's just life. It is what it is. And I'm just trying to figure it out and take it one day at a time. And I find comfort in coming on here chit chatting with you guys because you're my friends. I don't have a whole lot of friends in real life, and that's just the truth. As friendly as people think I'm friendly, but it's like I don't have any, like long-term relationships. So I really enjoy spending the time with you guys, and so I am interested in growing my channel because I want to grow the community that I can be a part of and that you can be a part of, and that we can share ideas. So consider joining the Discord. Talia, were you ever able to get into the Discord? I usually post the link under all the videos, and over there we're just going to share information as the summer's coming up, traveling season. Campgrounds can be shared there. Coordinates for boondocking spots can be shared there. What's the dreams you have about going places and doing stuff can be shared there. We got a prayer wall there. So consider being a part of our Discord server, and let's go from there. We can share some dog tips because Pepper Girl is like an alarm. She hears everything. Now, Noodle, complete opposite. Quiet, pleasant dog. Pepper, whoo, she go ballistic if she even think somebody at the door. So I can use some tips for that. Traveling with the pup that is more like an attack dog, even though she's about 8 pounds. So I share that with me. And if that's a video you want to know how we travel with pets, what we do, I can do that. Just let me know in the comments. Yes, nothing worse than a toothache. It would take a grown man down. I can tell you that. Thank you. Well, I was always that girl in school that wanted a lot of friends, but I pick quality over quantity. So it is what it is. Look at me now. So, all right, you guys, I won't hold you up, but I'm so glad that you came to the live. I'm hoping that some of these tips will just help you, not just RVing, but in life goals, because that's what this is all about. I want you to tell your plans to people who will support you, who will love you, who will be there and show up for you and help you to be successful. And you have to be that person in their lives as well. So it's not a one-way street. Be loving, be supportive, be kind, because it's not enough of that kind of in the world. So we need to be that for each other. We need to be a safe space that shows love and kindness. And if you made it to the end of both of these videos, thank you so much for being my loyal, kind supporter and my friend. And so I am going to see if I can fix it where I can mirror these two videos together so it'll be one. But if not, I'll have it on there part one, and then at the end of the part one, part two, and we'll go from there. So thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope you found this helpful. Please share, please comment below. That helps me so much. And I will see you in our next adventure, because you never know where I may end up. Today, we were talking about life goals and you would have missed it. So I will see you on the flip side, you guys. Love you. Bye.